Welcome, in front of me is a Motorola E7i Power, and today I'll show you how to bypass the Google verification on this device. So obviously you can see that the phone right here is locked. We have the verification using Google. We also have this tiny little lock right here. So yeah, no denying that it's locked. So to get started with the bypass, we will want to, number one, back out to the first page, which is the language selection, and choose any kind of language that uses a different keyboard. So scroll down, basically anything from the last option up to, what is it, like Greek, I believe, Russian, or well, Cyrillic languages. There's the Greek. Yeah, I think Greek is probably the first one. So select anything down from it. I will mention that one of the Cyrillic languages doesn't actually function correctly, so when you select it, even though it uses a different keyboard, it just replaces it instead of adding a new one. So if that is one of the languages that you picked and you have that problem, which I'll point that out later on, what I mean by that, then all you need to do is go back and change it to something else. So from here, we're gonna basically progress through the setup as we normally do, pressing the same buttons as we normally do. Okay, so we have right now the Google verification right here, and when I was saying about the language not working, when you click on the field to log in, you should see this little globe icon. If you don't, that means that the language you picked is just bugged, assuming it is using different keyboard. But if you see this, all you need to do is basically hold it. So bring up this window for language selection. So I'm going to, number one, switch to QWERTY, and then hold it again and go to language settings, which is this text below, and then add keyboard, blue button at the bottom, and select any kind of keyboard that does not have an arrow. So basically anything like this one here, here, and basically below. Choose whichever one you want, and then select add by this blue button again. So once you have added any kind of language, you can back out again to the first page and switch back to your desired language, which for me is English. And again, let's stop on a field right here, hold the globe icon, go to language settings, add a keyboard, and this time around you're looking for one with an arrow. So as you can see, there is one. And once you select it, you want to click on the three dots and go to help and feedback. And in describe your issue, you want to type in delete or disable. It comes up as a suggested right here, delete or disable apps on Android. So click on it and then tap on the first one right here, the blue link. So tap to go to application settings, and in here you want to scroll down to YouTube. And once it's opened, select notifications, select advanced, and from here, additional settings in the app. And we're gonna select about and YouTube terms of service, which will open up our web browser. Select accept and continue, and no thanks. And from here, we're gonna navigate to HardReset.Info. So tap right at the top and type that in. Now I'll type it in, and you can pause the video if you need a moment to write it down. So right here. And once the site loads up, tap on those three bars right here and go to the download category. And then in download search field right here, you want to search for Android 7.1.2. And as you can see, it comes up as a suggested right here. There should be only one of them. So bypass, FRP bypass Android 712/10. Click on download. Again, scroll down and click on the download once again. Okay. And this will begin the download. Now this should download fairly quickly. From there, select open once it's visible. And before we can actually install it, we'll need to go into the settings, check the box allow from the source, and go back, tap on install. From here, select done, go back once, and then in the search bar you now want to search for settings. And again, select download, scroll down, download again. Select open, install, and this time around again we're gonna this time around we're gonna actually open it up. So once you have opened up the settings application, which has just installed, and it just opens up settings as the name would suggest. So from here you want to select apps and notifications, then see all 35 apps, and from there I'm gonna tap on the three dots and select show system on top of that, and from here scroll down to Google Play Services. Okay, there we go, Google Play Services. And once you click on it, you want to select disable, and then disable up, and then go back and disable Google Play Store. And there we go, so we have disabled both of them now. And from here we're gonna go back and back once more, the settings, and we're gonna scroll down to accounts. Now before I progress any further, I'll mention one little thing. If you go back too far, it will take you back to the web browser, and the only way to get back to settings is to basically reinstall the application, the settings application, and once it's finished installing, you will again click on open, which will take you back to the settings. That is for the people that went back too far and it brought them to the web browser. So anyway, once you have the accounts open, you want to click on add account, choose Google, select continue. And as you can see, it gives us a little pop-up right here that it stopped working, and I didn't actually click on Google, I clicked on something else, so let me quickly fix that up. There we go, Google right here. So anyway, in the search bar, or not search bar, but the field right here, you can log in with any kind of Google account that you want. I'll be using my own, but obviously you need to use yours. If you don't have one, you can create it, and even though there is a button to create a Google account right here, I wouldn't recommend using it. I have never tried it and don't know how well it works. Right now we did technically disable Play Services, so I don't even know if that is possible to create it on the device. So anyway, I would recommend you to do it on your computer, maybe on another device, and then once you created the account, use it to simply log in here. But like I said, I have my own, which is what I'm going to be using. Now I'll put in the password for it. Okay, so I logged in successfully. So from here, select agree. And just as a pointer, as you can see, the device is still locked. So from here, once you have enabled, well, not enabled, but logged into your Google account, you want to go back to your apps and notifications, and what we need to do is re-enable the apps that we have disabled. So again, apps and notifications, CL35, three dots, show system, and scroll down. The there we go, G, Google Play Services, enable, go back, Google Play Store, enable, go back. So once you have enabled these two applications that I have disabled, we're gonna now hold the power key and select restart. Okay, so now that the device booted back up, simply go to the setup of it, and you will see one significant difference going through it. Once you get to the verification page, it will not tell you to verify anymore. It will give you a message that account was added and will provide you with the info of the account that you have, well, logged in with right before the reboot. So what basically happened is we simply overrid the previous account, and now Google thinks that we in a way verified it, but that is not the case though. So even though it will allow us to finish up the setup, the device is still locked. So I will show you once I actually finish up the setup how to fully unlock it. So anyway, there's the message, account added. That's the account that I was adding, as you can see. So I'm just gonna go to the next page. As you can see, I am skipping basically everything that I can. That is because it doesn't really matter what I choose right now. We still need to actually factory reset the device. Now there is a chance that this pop-up that I just had showed up for you earlier, or maybe it will show up later. That's completely fine. It's the first app that we have installed which allowed us to actually add the Google account. It doesn't matter that it's crashing, it already allowed us to add a Google account, otherwise we wouldn't be able to do that at all. Select accept and continue, go to the next page, there we go. Next, allow, and as you can see we have now access to the home screen, and what you want to do right now is simply navigate to your settings, and from here gonna scroll down to system, advanced, reset options, erase all data factory reset, erase all data, and once you tap on erase all data once more, this will begin the factory reset of the device, fully unlocking it. So it is basically a required step for the device to be fully unlocked, although I'm not going to be going over this on the video just because, to be honest, it's going to waste a lot of time and provide you with no additional information. Basically, once you click on that button, it factory resets the device, goes back to the setup screen, at which point all you need to do is simply go through the setup of the device however you like. The device will be from there fully unlocked. So anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.